So we're almost at the January transfer window. So as usual, in the comments down below, make your suggestions on who I should be bringing into the club. The board have given me some extra money, which is nice of them. Today we play Tottenham and Crystal Palace, coming up on the West Ham World. In a parallel universe, West Ham United decided that Slaven Bilic wasn't the right man to lead West Ham to glory at the London Stadium. Instead, they chose this man. Hi there, my name is JNO. What's up guys, and welcome to the West Ham World, Season 2, Episode number 5, and we are in the Christmas period now, and we are moving on into the transfer window with ourselves sitting near the top of the table. We're now second, unfortunately. We'll go into the results to see why. Now, unfortunately, somehow, after beating Liverpool 3-1 and Atletico Bilbao 2-0, my team decided that we wouldn't be able to beat Stoke. But then right after, we decided we could beat Chelsea 4-1, which puts our record against London clubs looking very, very impressive. We then beat AFC Astra 4-0, and we have managed to somehow book ourselves AC Milan in the Euro Cup next year. We then beat Leicester 4-1 after they got a player sent off. And now, in this episode, we're bringing you a game against Tottenham Hotspursl and Crystal Palace. Hopefully, because our record against London clubs is so good, we're going to absolutely dominate both of these fixtures. If we have a look at the table, you can see that Arsenal are now sitting a point above us in the table because of that defeat to Stoke. Spurs are 3 points behind us, so Spurs could equal us some points. Probably won't go above us because of their goal difference. I hope I really haven't jinxed it and lose by that much now. But this is an important fixture to make sure we cement ourselves in second and keep the pressure on Arsenal. Then we're actually playing 4th place. Crystal Palace are sitting in 4th. 4 London clubs are sitting in the top 4 positions at the moment. Man United and Man City are in 5th and 6th, with Newcastle and Liverpool in 7th and 8th, also chasing the top of the table. So we are going into the fixture with the 4-3-1-2, and the only player really missing that I can think of is Lozano, which is one of the first times I've had so many first team players available to me. So we've gone with what I believe is our strongest lineup. We have Rajkovic in goal, with Flanagan and Byram as the 2 complete wing backs, Michael Keane and Ogbonna as the 2 central defenders, with Van Ginkel, Obiang and Hughes as the central midfielders, which reminds me that Ozan Tufan is suspended, so we do have another player that's not available. Lanzini is then sitting behind as a shadow striker, Berahino and Jonathan Callery, who asked me if he could leave to go to, I believe, Schalke, but for Champions League football, and I'm like, come on man, we're second, why are you asking that now? So I told him, look, you can leave if we don't get Champions League football, so hopefully we can keep the form up and keep Jonathan Callery. We are playing a Tottenham side, playing a very familiar 4-2-3-1. We have Hugo Lloris in goal, with Kyle Walker and Ben Davies as the wing backs. Vertonghen and Alderweireld are playing as the central defenders, with Eric Dyer and Wanyama as the 2 midfielders in the pivot. They have changed their attacking players a little bit. Eric Lamela and Harry Kane will seem very familiar to you guys, but they've also brought in Firmino and Kiete, probably saying that so wrong, but he does have a lot of pace, this guy, so hopefully whoever he's playing against, Byram, can keep up with him and hopefully push him back a bit, make him do some defending and support Ben Davies. We want to beat all the London sides, no matter if it's home or away. That would be a great achievement to add to our other achievements. Apparently Rajkovic is very close to breaking the record for clean sheets in a season for a West Ham goalkeeper, and we're only 17 games into the season. If West Ham were a Fantasy Premier League side in Fantasy Premier League this season, you would want 2 or 3 West Ham defenders, because the goals are kind of spread out amongst the players, but we have got a lot of clean sheets this season. Alright, Lanzini now has it in a forward position, plays it to Callery. Callery plays it to Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel to Lanzini. Lanzini to Hughes, through to Callery. It is 1-0. Our form against London clubs is continuing. Callery at the near post. Hugo Lloris cannot stop it. The shots have been pretty similar, but we've had more on target. They've not had a single shot on target yet. Van Ginkel to Lanzini, Lanzini to Hughes, through to Callery. Tottenham defenders tried to claim for offside, which maybe means they couldn't get back quick enough to stop Callery from getting the goal. Alright, Lanzini now has it in forward position to Callery, plays it to Hughes, Hughes to Van Ginkel, to Berahino, plays it to Lanzini. Need a better strike there, Lanzini. We could have gone 2-0 up very early on in the first half. Ogbonna wins the ball there, great defending. Berahino now on the counter, has pace, plays it to Callery. Lanzini, this has to be, hits the post. Come on, Lanzini. You had all the time in the world to pick your spot. That is when we needed a goal. That should have been a goal. I hate it when you're that clear through with that much time and you don't convert. Alright, so today is all about the supporters, is what my assistant manager suggests. Go out there and give the fans their money's worth. We'll tell them all that we believe in them and have faith. Keep the boys motivated. And hopefully pick up another victory, which allows Crystal Palace to go into third at the moment, but also builds our gap between us and the people in third and fourth. Okay, Byron with a throw into Ogbonna. Ogbonna plays it back to Rajkovic. Nice and simple to Keane. Keane plays it to Van Ginkel. Let's build it up nice and slowly. Flanagan now to Callery. Callery can look to Hughes. Hughes to Lanzini, to Berahino, who gets tackled by Vertonghen. And now they are countering. Son Min-hyun is running at our defence, crosses it into Firmino. That is the first decent chance they've had, and they've scored it. It's first shot on target, and it's gone in. Heung-min Son has been brought on and has made a massive difference here. Rajkovic probably could have done better, but it has been a quiet game for him as far as having to make saves. Alright, Keane, get a bit of loft on it, and that could have gone to one of our strikers. We do not need to concede again. This will be demoralising if this actually goes in, and it does. Wow. Literally 2 decent chances on goal, and they've scored both of them. Son Min-hyun is again part of the play, now scoring, and we are 2-1 down. And we need to do something about this. Make a substitution. Wow, Lanzini is not having a good game. Right, Samuelson, this is your time to shine. Can you come on and make something big happen? Ayew does sometimes come through as a big game player as well. So we're going to bring on 2 new attacking players. We're going to tell them we've got faith assertively. And we are going to demand more from the boys. This allows Arsenal to stretch the gap between us and them at the top of the table. Our record against London clubs is in jeopardy for the season. Nothing is now happening at all. So we're going to roll the dice and make another substitution. We're going to bring on Fernandes for Obiang. And then we will let Hughes take up that defensive midfield role. And we'll tell the boys to go attacking. We are getting a lot of yellow cards, but we're getting no highlights. And I think that's full time. We've lost this game 2-1. Absolutely gutting, especially as we started off so strongly. If we'd just had a better first half, and if Lanzini had managed to put some of those chances away, I think we should have won that game. Disappointing performance, especially the way we started. Tottenham did come back into the game when they brought on Son. Fortunately, I wish Son was injured. That may have helped us in our plight. We are now going to go and play Crystal Palace, who are sitting in 4th. Hopefully pick up a victory and move on and keep 2nd place and try and chase down Arsenal. Okay, so we're going to give our starting 11 a chance to redeem themselves after the last fixture. We are playing the same lineup in a 4-3-1-2, so I'm not going to go over it, but we are going to have a look at the Crystal Palace side, and they are playing a 4-2-3-1, which was our downfall last episode, or the first half of this episode, and we're playing Stephen Mandanda in goal, Soiree and Ward as the wing backs, Dan and Tisserand as the centre backs, Kabai and MacArthur as the 2 men in the pivot, Munyain, Kiyotake and Townsend sitting behind Belfodil. Those are some hard names to say. Munyain can be a great player on Football Manager though, so hopefully he won't put us to the sword. I should have had lunch before I started recording because I am absolutely starving right now. My stomach just rumbled. Hopefully it doesn't rumble loud enough that you can hear it, but I am absolutely starving. Starving Marvin. Okay, so far we have dominated the game. 4 shots, 2 on target. 3 of them have been long shots. For some reason my team do love to have some long shots. We do only have 1 player on attack duty, which may be why. That also may be why we get so many clean sheets. And there is Berahino in the box to finish a chance. 1-0 up. That is what we needed because Spurs look like they're winning as well. And unfortunately, Arsenal probably are drawing at the moment. We're now at 4 points behind them. So actually, I think they're probably winning. Sorry, get that completely wrong. Van Ginkel plays a nice little through ball to Berahino, who sets himself up and smashes it right into the centre of the goal. But Mandanda isn't in the right position to save it. We are 1-0 up. If you play Football Manager, leave in the comments down below how I can actually stop my team taking so many long shots. I put work the ball into the box on. I suppose I can check all my strikers to see if they have it as a setting, but I don't think they do, and I don't think any of them have it as a favourite move either. Okay, we're going to tell them don't get complacent out there, which isn't what I usually do at 1-0 actually. I'd usually tell them to kick on. So I've accidentally clicked an option that I don't usually use, and it has had a negative effect on 2 people, which isn't ideal. We have fixed one of them. Bonner is now happy, so it is Berahino that is looking a little stressed. Just back yourself another goal, Berahino, and you'll feel fine, trust me. Scoring goals is the best medicine for any ail. Okay, so Mandanda hoosts the ball forward. Flanagan does win the header. Unfortunately, it does go back to them, and now it's a bit of heading tennis. Flanagan now has the ball, looks inside to Lanzini, who finds Hughes. Hughes has some time to pick out Berahino. Berahino looks at Calorie. 1 more through to Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel with the shot, but it is parried by Mandanda, and it is a West Ham corner. We ideally need whoever's playing Tottenham to win. Man City and Man United have now both gone over Crystal Palace because we're beating Palace. Okay, it's time to look at the substitutes. And as usual, we have some forward players that aren't playing as well as they could do. Lanzini, you can come off of Fernandes in this game instead of Samuelson. By the way, I played Samuelson and Fernandes and Powell and Cullen in the game against the Euro Cup team. I've forgotten their name, Astra, I believe. They all played ridiculously well. So it's looking good as far as our youngsters are concerned. Not sure how many of them will get into the first team. Zaha has turned and scored. Don't you just hate it when you see things like 15 shots, 9 on target? Yet they have very few chances and score. Great goal by Zaha there. Defender did try and get a block in, but couldn't get there in time. But it's 7 long shots. If we could have that many chances but with less long shots, we'd dominate this league. Right, now Flanagan has the ball, plays it to Hughes. Hughes finds Fernandes. Hughes picks up the loose ball. Ayew scores. Big match player comes through, grabs the goal. Is he offside? Nope, he's not offside. We've now jumped above Tottenham again because of our superior goal difference. Hughes just finds the ball to Ayew. Ayew with the first time half volley at the near post. We are winning 2-1. Order has been restored. That's the way I like to look at it anyway. Right, Keane has picked up the loose ball there. Hughes to Fernandes. Fernandes finds Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel just needs to find a pass to someone. Holds up the ball. Finds Hughes. Back to Van Ginkel. To Ayew. To Flanagan. Obiang picks it up. Fernandes. Byram. A lot of ball pinging about. Berahino hits the post. Ayew hits the post. Byram, on the 3rd time of asking, puts the ball away. 3-1. We are now comfortable with 6 minutes left in the game. But watch this ball go all over the place. 1 shot, not in. 2 shots, not in. Byram on his left peg. Mandanda almost gets there as well. Okay, Bonner plays it forward to Hughes, to Obiang, to Fernandes, to Van Ginkel, playing the triangles. Ayew has drifted out wide, now drifts back inside with the ball. Plays it to Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel to... can't find Berahino, unfortunately. Keane wins the header though. It's dropped to Flanagan. Hughes can look to Van Ginkel. Wasn't the pass I was looking at. Obiang to Hughes. Hughes back to Obiang. Obiang to Ayew. Ayew back to Obiang. Everyone's using Obiang as an outlet. Ayew now turns around. Plays it to Fernandes, to Berahino. And it is 4-1. This game suddenly feels very comfortable, not that it did about 20 minutes in game time. Ayew there to Fernandes. Fernandes with a great through ball. Berahino with the first time shot, and Mandanda cannot get his hands to it. Right, Berahino now to Hughes. Finds it back to Berahino. To Van Ginkel. Back to Hughes. Hughes finds Fernandes. Fernandes can't find the ball through to anyone, and that is full time. At least we've got one victory in this episode. A very good victory against Crystal Palace side that are in form. Very happy with the way you played. That now makes the table look like this. We are 4 points behind Arsenal. We do have a superior goal difference to anyone else in the league though. Tottenham are sitting just behind us. Only 5 goals in it between us and them being in second place, as we're on the same points. Man City and Man United, who have a game in hand, have jumped above Crystal Palace now. If Man United win their game in hand, they will go above Man City. Bournemouth, West Brom and Burnley are now sitting at the bottom of the table. Leicester managing to climb up there just slightly. We have QPR in the league now as well at 13th, so a lot of London sides. Chelsea sitting mid-table, not having the best of seasons. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the West Ham world as always. If you've enjoyed the episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button. As of the time of recording, because I'm doing a batch recording here today, we are at 95 subscribers, so by the time this is up, hopefully we've hit the 100. I have promised in a previous video there will be a little dance intro. As soon as we hit 100, I will work on that and put it in one of the videos at some point while I'm editing. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button to let everyone know about JNO FM, my new football manager channel. I've been JNO, you guys have been awesome, and we need to catch up with Arsenal.